Wait, did I tell you that your mom asked me for like 36 tickets to my event tonight?
No, she didn't. Not 36.
Oh, not 36. I'm exaggerating.
Why didn't she just buy them?
Well, I'm not going to make her buy them.
She didn't say that. She said to me, she has asked Melissa. I said, Mom, I'm not in this state of mind to answer 15 questions right now while I'm mentally.
She said she's coming. She's coming.
Yeah,
she's on
she's
a
been
list.
talking to me about it for 15 fucking days. Someone's in the house, and I'm not talking about the kids upstairs and the dog. I'm talking about Danielle Cabral. We have a lot going on today. The kids are in the pool. My mom is here, and
Wendy's
I'm sitting
here
with one of my favorite digital friends who, like, the minute I see you, I'm like, I need more of you in my life.
Always, every time.
We're going to talk about how we met and all that good stuff, but I have Danielle Cabral here. So for you, Real Housewives, Bravo energy, New Jersey. That was awful.
No, that was good. No, keep
Jersey?
going. That's great. New Jersey.
Well, I'm saying the Jersey, I kind of
Yeah,
stretched
that was
it in.
good.
But we have a Real Housewife of New Jersey here who I've never watched the show. So I am coming in from this complete sweet and innocent perspective.
Good.
But we're friends for real.
For real, yeah.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
We share a love of life,
Mm-hmm.
of Disney,
Mm-hmm.
of our children, and like real badass career, entrepreneur, and like passion for life, which we have sometimes had to play down for others. But you're my reminder to not play down.
Well, yes, that's it. We hype each other up, and your success only makes me happy. And I think that you don't find that a lot in some friendships,
You don't.
especially when you're in the same space. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like when you hit 1 million, I'm like,
See?
fuck yeah.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's like I don't need that attention, but to have someone
it's nice.
understand that it's important to me without me. Yeah, it is nice. So
Yeah, wait, to that point, I have a lot of famous friends, right, that do things. And I feel like people don't send them that message like, hey, you looked really pretty on the red carpet last night. And I just always do it because it's nice to get that. Some people don't do that with me and they feel like weird, I guess. But we need the encouragement and the compliments.
We do.
I'll always be that for you.
thank you, Danielle Cabral. Without further ado, I freaking love your energy. And lots of my audience has questions about your energy.
I am dying to know the questions.
So we're going to talk about it, starting with, holy shit, Real Housewives of New Jersey. What was that like?
It's crazy. It was I came into it so blindly. Like my mom was a fan of the show. I watched the beginning. Old school Italian, if you can think, like good old school reality TV. And my mom's like, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah. I want to bring the fun, which now I know literally every new cast member says that. Every cast member. So now when like these new girls are like, I just want to bring the fun and like make Teresa and Melissa not hate each other. I'm like, okay, sister, do your thing. But when I got into it, it was a world that you and I would run 1,000 miles away from.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, the first 2 seasons, I got pummeled in a way because I come from a place where I don't let somebody even talk to me a certain way. I'm coming for you. And in the Housewives world, you can't do that. You have to come back like, oh yeah, well, your car is old or your hair is flat today, bitch. And that's not our world. So I got pummeled. But I feel like now I've learned so much that if we do go up, when we do go back up, if I'm involved in it, you'll see a whole new Danielle.
Yes.
You
All right.
know?
So what you just said, for someone that hasn't watched the show, like take me back, like you got to the point of auditioning. Before that, did you want this? Did you want the line? Like, what did you want?
Well, okay. So I've been trying to be in the industry since I was 6 years old when I saw Phantom of the Opera on Broadway. So I moved out to Cali, and I've always said my personality will get me in the door. So I would audition for major movie roles and these parts with like a remote control or do something different. And I was the New York girl, the bad girl, New York girl. And Housewives came into my lap. They were like, we want you to be a part of this show. I'm like, what show? And they said Housewives. And I laughed because there was not... Yes, would I want to be on Housewives? Cool, sure. It's a mega platform that could change your career overnight. Yeah. Have I auditioned before this time? Yeah, but I was going up against multimillionaire women that just weren't in the same category. But I think they're coming around to casting more women like us because women like us watch the show.
Yeah.
And they need a little bit more relatable on TV with a fun flair. I feel like we're relatable, but the eccentric part of relatable, right? That's why people love to watch you, because you're a little bit of them, but you do shit they wouldn't do.
Right.
And then before you knew it, 6 months of auditions, the Bravo crew was in my house. I hosted them for a lunch. So this lunch is like the last part of auditions. So I had it catered. I had every producer's name printed out on my fine china.
Yeah.
And
of course you did. That's so
like so made floral designs.
Yeah.
Then we filmed for 2 months without knowing what our roles were. Three new women came on the show. None of us knew what our roles were as far as full-time, part-time. And one day we filmed, I have this all on tape too, and we had a meeting with the producers and they're like, we want you to be full-time. And that was the first a major yes I've ever gotten in my career.
Yeah.
So it was a really cool moment for me because it was like I finally had been seen. I've been seen for maybe one of the hardest shows and platforms to be a part of, where it ripped away really who I was. Mm-hmm. So it was super hard for me to stay focused on being Danielle when I had to be a housewife.
Yeah.
But it happened, and here we are, and so many beautiful things came from it.
Yes. So who is Danielle and who is the housewife?
So Danielle was, you didn't watch the show, but Danielle was throwing a extravagant birthday party for my daughter, highlighting small businesses, showing how hard it is creating Boujie Kidz and what I want to do. Then the housewife would be, why are you saying this about me? What? Are you kidding? I mean, Nicki, you wouldn't even believe the things that they were saying about me.
Yeah. Well, my mom, who's here, Nona,
fan.
kept me informed. So when you and I first connected, my mom was my first go-to, because I was like, Mom, Danielle Cabral from Housewives reached out to me because, and I'll tell the story a little bit from my perspective and I want to hear it from yours. But my first stop was, Mom, should I be involved with her at all?
Smart.
She goes, I fucking love Danielle. She is a badass. And I was like, okay, I was like, because Mom, like, if anybody's not the right fit for me,
right,
you know, my audience is going to poo-poo it.
I do the same thing,
So my mom
too.
was the gatekeeper, and she loves you.
Yeah.
And she talks about you often. Did you see Danielle? Oh my God, you need a guy like Nate. You need a guy like Nate.
Yeah.
Thanks to brands like JUNKLESS for sponsoring this podcast. We do love JUNKLESS. So have you ever had these?
No, but I was eyeing the box.
I got a product placement, but I got to give you some for the kids to go with.
Okay.
So 34% less sugar.
Love it.
I'll
take the
whole ingredients. Way better tasting than the, shall I say it, the guy with the little oat hat on. What's his name?
Quaker Oats.
Is Chewy by Quaker Oats?
Yeah.
Those taste like artificial essential. These are great. I bring them to the beach in their lunch boxes, and they like Chase. You saw Melissa Chase just ate one when he was down here. He's like, can I take one of these, a strawberry one? So thank you, JUNKLESS, to making this podcast possible, because I know this looks easy, but like there's a lot going on here to make a podcast happen. Danielle, before Housewives, is like, I loved your love story. You told me about it before. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us the love story?
With Nate.
Yes.
So we met in Las Vegas at Studio 54 at 3 a.m. I came off of a very toxic relationship. He was mentally abusive. And then I saw Nate, and it was like the time slowed down. His hair was flapping in the wind, and Take My Breath Away was playing in the background. I swear to God, it was slow-mo. And he turned out to like just shatter every idea of what an amazing man could be. He just surpassed it by 1,000. He's the greatest guy I've ever met.
Oh, all right. So you guys like love at first sight kind of thing.
Yeah, totally.
And he said the same thing. Like, what you told me when you and I first were connecting about, there was something that he said to you so early on.
He said, if you stick with me, I'll make all your dreams come true. And
fucking Don.
Yeah,
and
3 days after he met me, he bought How to Be a Manager for Dummies book, because he knew I wanted to be a star. And he has been that. When I win Miami, I'm taking him on stage with me, because we've won that award together.
Danielle, I'm going to literally cry.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you on your period?
No, I'm on estrogen patch though. No, but I really love that you said like he changed your perspective about every man, because you've been through some shit before that.
Hell, Yeah, I had a guy move out to Cali. He would be like, we would go to, you know, my personality. So he would be like, look at how everybody looks at you. You're a joke. He would talk down to me. And then Nate comes around and he's just sits in the corner and he's like proud. You know, I wasn't used to that.
So go into the big energy, because we were talking upstairs. Like, what does it take for a woman like you? Like, what is it about him that works for a woman like you? Because we have the big personalities.
Yeah.
And you'll hear people like even Bethany Frankel will talk about like how hard it is to date men.
Yeah.
Who don't feel a little bit something from her.
Well, she's I think a lot compared to you and I. We may know how to turn it down a little.
Right, but I'm saying she sometimes articulates it.
Yeah, well, it's very hard because we're also perfectionists, so it's like we nitpick everything. But Nate he lets me do my thing, but he's there to support me. So when I'm like, I can't do this, he's like, yes, you can. Get up and do it. He'll push me. And he's like, it's all right. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Even after getting on this big show, we are still in the grind. And he's like, it's going to happen one day. You know it is, Danielle. And he just supports me and makes me feel like I could do anything.
So what would you say to women who are coming out of something hard and they're afraid to date again, or they just are trying to recreate their happily ever after? Like, what would you tell them?
I mean, it's so cliche to say, wait for it. It'll come your way. But do not demand anything less than what you want, especially at that point in your life. Date, have fun.
Right.
But don't settle for anything less. I wouldn't. And if I had to do this all over again and date again, I would be very picky on who I have in my life. I have to compare it to Nate. Yeah. You know, but
how did you, so you're saying don't settle for anything less. Did you know what you were looking for? Because you said wait till you find it.
So ironically, I was in love with somebody when I was a kid that was very similar to Nate, and I fucked it up. And I was devastated for years that I dated bad boys. Yeah. When I met Nate, I was like, oh my God, are you giving me a second chance at this, God, to make it right? Because I've learned my lesson and I held on tight and I did not do what I did the first time. I was 16, but I'll never forget that. And when I'm like, I want a bad boy, I'm like, no, I don't. I want a Nate, because that's longevity.
Oh, yeah.
You need longevity in where we are in our life, you know?
Yes.
So I hold on to that.
So you had a similar, like a similar feeling to when you were younger.
Same guy, same kind of guy.
Yeah.
Same kind of guy. I love that.
All right. Are you very spiritual? Are you when you said God is this, do you think like that
I manifest,
yes.
Yeah. I always think like, because I have to. If I didn't say to myself, don't worry, it'll all work out, it will happen, I'll be a shell shaking in the corner with the way my career goes. I'll be dead inside. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, it's okay, look where I am in my life. 5 years ago, I would be like, what? You're on the Housewives in New Jersey? What? You know? Right? So you have to say, it's okay. Yeah. That and medication has also helped me a lot. A lot. So, you just got to let it be. And believe in positive energy.
Yeah, but you had a vision for yourself, right? Going way, way back.
Oh, God, yes.
When you were 6.
6.
What did you see when you were 6?
I got out of the Phantom of the Opera Broadway play, waited for the autographs as they came out the stage door, and heard the fans. And I said, holy shit, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I chased that my whole life.
And did anybody try to poo-poo that from you? Were you in a family atmosphere that
they were like,
honored that?
They were not stage parents. That's why I'm very in my daughter's career.
Yeah.
But they were like, go to high school. It's true. Go to high school, finish high school. Go to college, finish college. And then I was like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm moving to California. I wrote them a letter and I was like, I'm going. It was very intense. I was like, either a funeral or a plane ticket, because I was so depressed, very depressed. And I did it. I saved my money, went to Cali, rode a purple bicycle because I couldn't afford a car, or I didn't want to take money from my dad. My dad was very wealthy, and I worked 3 jobs out there, hustling. Yeah. I rode to my auditions on a bicycle.
Yeah.
I did the thing.
Well, I love, what I'm getting out of this is I love that you are admitting that you wanted something so big for yourself, because I did a post recently where I said, so funny because I used to do Snapchat in the corporate office and everyone was like, you're so fucking funny. And I was just like, Mm-hmm. and then I would see on Instagram, I would see these big accounts. And like deep down, I was like, I would love to do that because I know I could do it. But I was embarrassed to say it out loud.
Why?
I don't know, but this is where there's a really good balance. Like you and I as friends, there's a good balance because you'll tell me to get out of my own way. But like, where did you get that from? Because even when I talked about our daughters, you were like, let her do it. My mom, I grew up like she let me be me. There wasn't all this fear. And now I'm in a world where I'm raising a daughter and I'm afraid for her to look at Instagram, to be on,
of course,
YouTube Shorts, to want to have a forward facing account. So like, where do you find that?
I've experienced pain on levels that go into the depths of hell. I've experienced no a million times. That feeling of winning, I don't know. The Housewives was the first time I really got a yes. So when you experience all that pain and no's, I've learned to keep going if that's sick in a way. Like, I'm used to it. So for me, it's just second nature to be like, cool, 24 hours, I'm depressed over it. Where am I going the next day?
Yeah.
What am I doing the next day? Who am I emailing, pitching to? What expo am I going to be like, hi, I'm Danielle. Oh yeah, you know me from Housewives, but I am a really great writer, producer, talent beyond that. Yeah. So you just have to keep going if it's your passion.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing anything else than this.
I love that. And when I've talked to you, there's always been like offline, because a lot of people ask like, what's Danielle like off, Housewives? Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, she's literally like the friend that everyone wants to have because you're honest, but you also talk about the things that you're going after.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of times you don't feel as a woman like you can talk about those things because not everybody's going to be.
Well, to your point, I used to do that a lot. Before I was on Housewives, I used to post tons of videos like, I'm going to make it, and tag all the networks, And then when Housewives came about, I was like, I put myself out there and people would just be so cruel. And I know it's very easy to be like, fuck them, whatever. But I'm like, wait, why am I going to put my dreams and ambitions out there for people to shit on me? And I held back a lot.
Yeah.
I stopped putting stuff out there. Like, there's stuff going on in my life right now that I don't want to put out there. I have multiple shows that I'm pitching privately that I'm not even the star of, but why am I going to put myself out there? One, to get the maloikia or the evil eye from someone else, because not everybody is as supportive as we are to each other.
Right.
My motto now is win quietly. If you win quietly, you're still winning, but you're not being so in your face.
Right.
And, I have to respect other people that want to do what we do, but just haven't found the success. That hurts.
Yeah.
And I look at that now, like, for example, you hit 1 million, right? And I'm like, oh my God, my friend hit 1 million. That means it's in my stratosphere of universe. That means it can come back around. I'm hanging with people that are super successful. That's great. And not many people think like that. And that's what gives them
most people don't. And I have to remember, I've even got family members that don't understand, or like, really, it's not that they dishonor it, but they're not living in this, therefore it's weird to them.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I don't do that to anyone else. I let everybody do their thing that makes them shine. So when you feel like there's people around you that don't do that, it's almost like you become a little bit.
Well, what you do is not normal to all these moms that are hanging out with our kids.
Correct.
Look, we're in your basement, covered by cameras, and our other moms, they're working 9 to 5. Then they're stressed. They got to cook dinner. They got to do this. You're actually doing something that you love to do. Love. Right. So
it almost makes you feel guilty, where you're like, oh, I got a lot to do, right? Because you're like,
but that also guilty where you got to be like, hi, I'm Nicki, come in. You have to be over nice because you don't want them to hate you, because they're going to automatically hate you.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to compensate for that.
Yeah.
And I do that a lot too. Like, I'm like, oh, they think I'm this rich housewife.
Well, the housewife, right. So back on the Housewives, it used to be, this is what a lot of us are talking about in this area now, because they're doing it in Rhode Island.
I just thought, your mother, she texted me and was like, hey, they're doing Housewives of Rhode Island. Can you get Nicki involved? I said, absolutely not. I love you, but no.
No, she should have said, can you get me involved? Because it really has nothing to do with me.
I think I might have said, do you want to do it? I said, Nicki doesn't belong anywhere near the Housewives.
Nowhere.
No.
Because like you said, you go, I'm going to bring the fun. I'm like, I'll be like the funny friend who no one can be mad at.
Nope. You'd be victim 101. Like Nicki, definitely go for her. Yep. And you like, it's like this. You're like, oh God.
Right. So they're putting in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And so many people are like, but wait a minute. This person's not a housewife. This person doesn't, right? Like, so has the Housewives, I think you were kind of saying it, is changed. Yes.
It evolved.
So it evolved from rich, housewife, tons of money.
It used to be tons of money, super bougie. And that's why I was like, I can't do this. I don't fit the mold. But then the response I got and the people that I meet are like, thank God, like, because you're us.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that you want that a little bit now today.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't watch it because I just can't. Like,
so you don't even watch yourself on it?
oh yeah, well, I watch
Yeah,
myself
I was gonna say,
on
I'd be
it.
like this, fucking
yeah,
glued.
watch myself on it.
Assessing myself.
Yeah, but I
Should have said this.
No, I mean, I said that one time. I should have said something in the finale. But I loved every episode. I loved everything about it because I was who I was.
Yeah.
You know, and I told
So
my
you
producers,
showed up. You're proud of how you showed up.
Oh my God, yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. There's one, you should just look at the one scene. That's the one most popular scene.
My mom one night, I think it was last summer.
She had to tell you
We
about it.
stayed over and she's like, come on, Danielle. And she's got, I can't throw her under the bus too hard. She's got a fucking tooth that comes out at night. So there's no fucking tooth in the front.
Stop.
So she calls me in her bedroom and she's like, you got to see Danielle's coming
my
out. I
God,
go, if
shut
you don't
up.
put your fucking tooth in your mouth, I'm going to literally peel out of the driveway.
Oh my
He
God.
said, Danielle's on. With the wind flapping through the fucking tooth.
I think she's fabulous.
But she, no,
with one tooth, that's
in
great.
her dark room with just the TV and Danielle's on.
Was
And
it
I'm
the
like,
one episode? Was it the one scene where I
It
go,
was the,
you're dirty?
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay,
after that scene, that's like the major thing. Now that's a big thing, which to me was like the most mind-boggling thing to experience. I called my producers and I was like, I just want you to know, you will never get that from me. I will never be that housewife or that cast member that just does shit to do shit. Like, you know, I mean, the things that they were saying about me, you'd be like, what, Danielle? Stealing from charities, Nicki. Like all the stuff, charity work, taking money because I didn't put all of my money up for the charity.
Okay, so I come from an entire 10 years working in nonprofit. If you don't understand how it works, that's not...
Right. But
That's
the
not my
problem is
fault.
once you put that out there in the universe, it's hard to take that back.
Yeah.
Now that people have that image. Like, oh yeah, why didn't you put $10,000 of your money to pay for the venue in full and this and that? And I'm like, you know.
That's not how it works.
Not how it works. Right.
Nonprofits, if I hosted an event tonight for a nonprofit, people have no idea how it works. And it's not your job to put it out there.
Right,
so anyway,
right. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I just was always who I was, true to myself. Mm-hmm. And I never showed up and pretended to be anything else.
Yep.
And I'm proud of it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so now what?
Oh God, we're doing a million things behind the scenes. The show goes up, cool. I mean, I'm ready for it. I think I'm a different person. You know, if they ask me back, cool. It is
So
what
you
it
don't
is.
know yet?
We really don't know. Nobody knows anything that's going on. I know they're casting some new girls, which thank God. I think we have to just get away from the old way of this show, even though it's number one. Really, it's like the best franchise to watch. Just change it up, but not too much.
Yep.
Have you seen any of the Rory girls? Have you seen any of them? Do you know any of them?
No. Who's that?
The Housewives of Rhode Island.
No.
One of the girls actually has a business in Fall River. So
Okay, so let's talk about how we met.
Okay, how we met. My girlfriend's from Fall River. Her name is Kelly. She was like, hey, you would love Nicki. She's just like you. So then I actually messaged you. I was like, hey, all my friends said that we're very... And that was before Housewives, right?
They think I'm a lot more bold than I am. I'm a little bit of a...
No, you're not. Do you really think that about yourself?
I'm very sensitive.
But like, you're not like that when you meet people for the first time. No, not at all.
No, but I'm saying like you have a lot more like, get out of here.
Yeah, but you...
And I'm more like, oh, unfortunately.
No, you think that, but the people that follow you to get that boost of power. You know that, right?
Because I've been through it. Because
Yes.
A lot of self-care. But it is funny. Because what was it? The first time you met me. So, all right, back to Kelly.
Yeah, so then I messaged you. We were just DMing, and I was like, you're in Somerset. My husband's from Fall River. And then we met at
And then the Dunkin', which Nate... You're like,
he's obsessed with Dunkin'.
Dunkin'.
Yes, obsessed with Dunkin'. Then we met at a craft fair here.
That's
right? That was the first time we met and hung out.
Yes.
And then we just...
And then the Mom 2.0.
Oh, no, yes!
Arizona.
Oh, duh. We went away on vacation together.
And you came to my room and you were just full head to freaking toe. Wait, no. The night before you got there, remember I was waiting the margaritas and you're like, what is wrong with you? Remember I was
that was
like,
so fun. Yes, yes.
Here, and I had the camera out and you were like, what is wrong with you?
Wait, that's a famous outfit that I wore on the show. That sparkly number I wore on the show.
You came to my door the next day in that. And I was like, this girl like gets ready.
Yes.
And I'm like this with my bonnet, my hair. So I said, you have to turn me into a housewife.
Yes, that was...
We still have to do that at some point.
We had so much fun that trip. We learned a lot about other influencers. We're not going to name names that were like, I don't like you in real life. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yes.
But that was a great event. It was it was great.
Yep.
You got asked back? I didn't get asked back.
You didn't, Laura.
Did you go?
No, I haven't been since because it overlaps with our Disney vacation. And then, so we met and we loved each other. And then what else did we do together? Oh, the Netflix event.
Oh, please, can I tell that story?
Tell the story. I love this.
I love
being made fun of, by the way.
The Netflix premiere, it was this, what was the movie? Spellbound, which was amazing, right? And the invitation said, come dressed as your royal's self. Say less. My whole family shows up like we're the Prince Charming, Cinderella, full gowns, full makeup, right? So we're watching the movie. She comes behind me. Or you were texting me. You're like, I'm here. You're like, did you just give me the fuck you button? Remember that?
No, I saw you with your face lit up with my phone. So I'm looking at her. I send the message, and I see her face lit up in the audience.
And you're like, you just give me the fuck you button. And then as she comes over, what did you have on? A sweat jacket, Crocs. I was like, girl, did you not get the invite? But that's so Nicki, though.
I didn't have Crocs on.
Oh, you didn't have Crocs?
Chase had Crocs, white socks.
Oh, okay, that's
sweatpants, stained sweatshirt. We had gone to dinner around the corner. I had no idea what I was doing.
That was a big red carpet. And you walked the red carpet, right? Oh, Lord, yeah.
I said I looked like I was coming like from a softball banquet as like the coach of the team.
Hey, ma'am, would you like to come inside for this movie premiere type thing?
No, when we got brought in by the Netflix representative to the red carpet, I was like, the lights, the press. I remember vividly standing there and the press is taking all these pictures. Nicole Kidman was there, for God's sake. Mm-hmm. And me and the kids walk up and no one's taking pictures. I'm like...
I hate red carpet
Chase was
events.
on the floor. He wanted nothing to do with this. So I
don't blame him. I hate red carpets. I hate it. I have a bit, when I did the Emmys, I walked the red carpet on the Emmys, I broke in. I went under the red rope, like everything. This was in 2009, right off of MTV. I had a designer dress me. I looked mint. I snuck in on the red carpet right behind the Entourage boys. So the Entourage boys, they're like, I get out there. This is all on video. Yes. I have a video of this. It's traumatizing.
We need this.
And I'm like, black hair, looks so good. And I'm like, and they're like, sweetie, who are you? I'm like, Danielle DePietro. And you see me going, Danielle DePietro. And they're like, get the fuck off the carpet. And I have imposter syndrome from that moment on. So when I do carpets, I die inside. So that's why I always elevate the look. Because I die already.
Yeah.
I paid $400 for someone to, look, Wendy's poking her head through.
Fucking Wendy.
She wants in.
I already, what are you doing?
Just all
right.
All right. So yeah. So I have imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Bad. To this day.
Really?
Oh God. I've left so many red carpet events crying.
But what's my thing is, if I got overly dressed, I would feel funny. I got to get over that. I don't know what that is.
You at that? Where did you go to the Dunkin' Gala or something?
Yeah, that was glam. I can't just.
You looked gorgeous. What's wrong with you?
Psychologist, come on in. Why? Hey, if there's a psychologist up in the audience, why do I feel better with my hair in a bun and a hoodie on than I do?
No. That everybody does, Nicki. I want to be in sweats all the time too. But why do you hold yourself back?
I always do.
Is it because you feel like you're going to be letting everybody that follows you, all your friends, down when you're super glam?
No. Nope. Not that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I was talking about this on the last podcast with Caitlin Murray. Jay. Caitlin Murray and I were both college athletes. And I don't know if it's like part of our like persona.
I'm a college athlete. I played D2 basketball.
Did you get
I got a scholarship to go to Emerson College.
No.
Yeah.
We went to a WNBA game the other night, and some of these girls are like with the ponytail, and they're hot, and they're flailing around, beating the shit out of each other.
That's
on the
me,
court.
Nicki. That's me to a T.
So
that was me. I was an athlete. That's
literally,
why athletes always get along. Get that soundbite.
That is literally the epitome of my life right there. That was a perfect
Are you
moment.
kidding me? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Imagine being like a fan of a major show and like this person that you could ask a million questions about the show is right there.
Yeah, it is. But I also have to bring you back. And Mom, I pick on you because it's funny and everybody loves those moments. But like I was coaching college field hockey and we had our spring tournament and all the teams are on the field warming up. And I'm standing there on the sideline waiting to bring my team in for the huddle. Yeah. And my mom's in the bleachers. I'm not making any of this up. Nicki. And I look up and I'm like, what? She goes, can you get me a water? Can I get her a fucking water? From the fucking, there was cases of water. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And I said in front of my whole team, I go, did anybody else hear this shit? My mom is, there's just a wire that's like crossed, and God bless her. It will never change. She's 70. I'm giving her great.
70?
70 this year in July. So I'm just like, this is the first time in my life I'm like, nothing is going to change. Stop being a bitch about it, Nicki. Just like this is the way it is.
I'm there too.
That's it.
Isn't right it there so on the stairs. Easier on your soul though? And medication. But
I don't, but I'm talking about like, wow, in like 10 years she's gonna be 80. I gotta give her this next 10 15 20 hopefully years of like me without the bitchiness.
We'll miss it one day.
She tells me that all the time.
We'll miss it
when I'm a bitch. She goes, someday you're gonna bitch, you could go. And it's true. It's true. So anyway, to our moms, with the bitchy daughters, we love you.
No, we're not bitchy. We're a lot.
I'm bitchy. I'm a little bit bitchy. I'm in my bitchy era.
She tells me I'm bitchy too.
Your mom does? Mm-hmm. All right. Can I talk about your brother?
No.
Okay.
Was that a question?
Yes. Multiple times.
What? Do I talk to him? I don't. So I don't talk to him. It's been 3 years.
Do you want this part cut out?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
You just came out of left field, that Nicki.
I know, but then you said no.
You like
so
to talk about your brother. Then I was ease into it a little bit.
I didn't ease in.
You did it. You went, all right. See, look, that's great reporting.
There was no foreplay for that one.
No, but that was a great get to the point moment. Okay. No, I don't talk to him. It's been 3 years. I think he just had his third kid. I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I haven't even seen pictures of his kids because it'll destroy me. So, but I have let my dad back in my life. Do you know any of this?
No, but I want to know.
Okay. I stopped talking to my brother maybe 4 years ago, before Housewives. He was always making fun of my social media. Like, what are you doing? Everybody's laughing at you. You're stupid. This, that, right? So I had asked him if he wanted to do some video that I was going to do at Top Golf. Let's go, me, you, Daddy, Nate, we'll go. And then he was like, hey, my girlfriend at the time, they were engaged to get married. My girlfriend doesn't want to be filmed. And I'm like, all right, like, it's just my phone. Like, I'm not having a boom or anything. It's just, she doesn't have to. Fine, whatever. And then he was making fun of my Instagram, and I blocked the both of them on Instagram, thinking to myself, well, okay, just don't watch. He called me up like a raving maniac. Did you block us on social media? I was like, yeah, you make fun of me. You're not in my wedding anymore. And kicked me out of the wedding. Made this whole to-do. Like, it just made no sense for how mean and horrible they were. And from that, he asked me harshly if my children were going to be involved in it. I had sent a text message back, and that was it.
Yeah.
They had a wedding, wasn't involved. Then the show comes out, and that was it. 3 kids later he has, and I know nothing about him.
That sucks. I've seen it with a lot with like my mom's generation. Mm-hmm. I was talking about it with someone at the beach yesterday. It was my friend's mom who's 72. And we were talking about that generation of like how many people don't talk to their siblings because of stuff like that.
You have no idea how many people, sisters.
So, right. But when you see me with my brother, does that trigger anything? Do you?
Yeah, sometimes it does. But like, not in a way that I'm unhappy for you.
Right.
I'm unhappy for me.
Right.
In a way. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I also gravitate a lot towards families that have the sibling relationship because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
To like be a part of it somehow. My kids have a wonderful relationship. But I'm at a place where it doesn't haunt me and kill me every day. Because I was so sad every day that it affected my relationship with my dad. Mm-hmm. I stopped talking to him for 3 years. It affected my marriage. It affected the way that I parented. And I am not there anymore.
Yeah.
And I let my dad back in my life. He comes over the house and has dinner with me and the kids once a week.
Yeah.
And that has helped my heart tremendously. Because I would have nightmares going on, talking about how our moms are not going to be there. Like I would have nightmares at my dad's funeral. And I would be shaking and sobbing in my sleep. And the anger, I always knew the anger was hurting me more than helping. And I let it go. And now I feel so happy.
Yeah, good.
You know, my brother, it's okay.
I know. I just think from like, and we can cut whatever you're not comfortable with, but like as a friend, I feel like it's so hard to listen to like knowing that both of your intentions are probably so different. But so is that where you feel guarded? Is like you just feel like
the
being
show
made fun of and like the dimming your light.
He always did that. He always did that.
I don't know where that come from.
I don't know. I think that was just my father's side of the family does that a lot. Like they're just not like a pump me up type of family, you know? Yes. And my brother fell into that category. You know, I don't know. Everything I filmed on the show was not like, I hate his wife. Because the 2 main girls on my show, it's they hate each other.
Yeah.
One is the main girl is like a sister of the, I don't know, they're siblings, and then the wife got involved and they all hate each other, and that's been the show. And I don't go on and say I hate her, she ruined my life. I didn't do that.
Right.
It was more like I miss my brother and I wish one day he came around and was a part of my children's life, and I know his children. Like I mourn that. Yeah. You know, every show that I've ever been pitching was my big Italian family. Yeah. That's what I come from. I have none of it anymore. Like none of it. So it was very hard.
Now, do people sometimes want to blame you for that you're like in this spotlight and you left everybody behind? Is that ever a perception of like from your
God, things that came out?
Right, because it's like I do feel like the people who forward facing are confident and have it together are assumed to just be like, we don't have, you don't have a heart.
Right. It's not that I don't incorporate people. I ask anybody in my inner circle, my close friends, I will take people with me to the ends of the world. But one podcaster said I beat the shit out of my brother's wife. I mean, and then everybody goes, "Oh, of course she did. What did she do?"
Yeah, no, you can't, girlfriend.
For him to not want to talk to her, she's psychotic. She must be Danielle's a lot, so they definitely had enough of her bullshit. And then this one asshole goes on and she's like, "Yeah, we heard through the streets that Danielle beat up her sister-in-law." Like, oh.
So if you could say anything to those people, not to defend yourself, but to just like know you and what you're about, what would it be?
When it comes to my brother?
Just in general, like the people who want to assume that you're like the big bad wolf or something.
Oh, my intentions are always pure. And there's not a vindictive, evil bone in my body. So sometimes if it doesn't make sense, it's because people are looking for the negative. And it doesn't live here. It doesn't live in this.
Yeah.
But it's hard to portray when you're on a reality show. And then there's other narratives out there.
Well, I've seen you with your kids and I've seen you with Nate, and I am a Danielle fan from the standpoint of our kids are playing together. Mm-hmm. You raise your kids similarly to the way I raise mine, I feel, like at first perception. How would you describe your parenting style?
Oh, has evolved too. I have no patience. I'm half dead and twitching all the time. But, I let my kids do... I put things in front of my kids as far as sports and activities and whatever they want. I'm backing them 110%. That's how I parent them. Kindness always. Yeah. I tell them I would rather you fail than have the principal call me and tell you made fun of somebody, or we are kind to every walk of life. And my children are very good like that.
Oh, they are.
Oh, yeah.
They are. And they look at me when they talk to me. And like, that's not every kid's going to have that down yet.
Right.
So I don't judge it. But yours, like, they come in, they look at me, they look at my kids. Like, even when I saw you at Disney, you and I ran into each other at Disney. Yeah. And I don't even think we realized that the kids were there.
No, we didn't. No. I was like, oh, hey.
I came skipping off of living
off the land.
Living with the lands.
I was waiting for you.
And you were waiting for me. And we just...
That was so cute.
So people want to know about the Disney passion. Did we just right into that?
Yeah.
Since we're talking about
like I said to you before, I
think Disney describes our form of motherhood too.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'm having as much fun as my kids are.
Yes.
Whenever possible.
It's the joy we bring our kids. What was your childhood like?
Amazing.
Oh, good for you.
Amazing.
I mean, mine was too. I wasn't like starving and dying on the streets, but my parents had a terrible divorce, so I wasn't around a lot of love. I don't remember being loved. Sorry, mom and dad. I know you loved me, but like I just don't. So that's why and Nate kind of like the same way. Like he grew up in not how we're raising our kids. So everything we do is so over the top. We film everything, like getting Dominic Celtics tickets. We film and it's a big thing and we just don't hand it to him. We like shoot the sparklers off, it brings us such happiness.
Yeah. I think that's good perspective, is like you're doing this because you also you want to give your kids a different life.
Totally.
Yeah.
Happiness,
yeah.
Safe space. Yeah. You can always come to us. We want to we don't want to be friends, but we want them to know we got you,
Well, you're doing that. I can tell you from just being around you guys. Thank you.
So are you.
Yeah, and so Disney.
Yeah,
explain Disney. Like, what do you love about it?
In the beginning, I loved the planning. I loved the idea of setting up all these magical moments for my family. Did you ever audition for the Mom Disney panel?
No.
You would be great at that. But before I was able...
I seem like extroverted. I'm not. Like when you asked me to do a meet and greet, I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't know. You're crazy. You'd be great at that.
But Disney Mom panel, okay.
But like you plan Disney a lot. Like you're the planner. And I was just thinking about this today. We should do a trip where you do Disney my way and then I'll do Disney your way. Fine. One day.
Done.
Okay. Because when I got...
But I'm screwed now. We did in California, we did the VIP 2 days in a row.
And...
It's going to screw me up.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If I told you what I spent on 2 freaking tours, you'd die.
Oh, I know.
But like, honestly, it's worth every penny for me. I love it.
So Danielle does the saves all year to do the VIP.
Yes, we go big when we go to Disney. Like that's our luxury, I used to do like the fast pass, like, okay, 5 minutes, we got to walk across but now I just like, take me here.
You get to go and then you stop for your little treats and they like go up and get the stuff for you.
Yeah, that's that is where I think being like, I don't know, on a show and whatever is where I become bougie.
Yeah.
I will not go and drop money for a bag or shoes. I won't do it.
I've never gotten a luxury bag in my life. Even when I was like making corporate money, I did not.
I did once. I went to Louis Vuitton. I mean, got backpacks.
I did. But a lot of people do that. You hit a milestone. Or Hayden was on the podcast, Hayden Cohen, and he had a Gucci bag. And I was like, did you? He's like, whenever I hit a milestone,
that's my nice
stuff. But mine is Disney.
Yeah.
My vice is Disney. I go hard. Go hard or go home.
Yeah, you like go hard. Jeez, God. You gone for a month? Wait, is that a fake picture up there? Or is that a real picture of someone?
Which one?
That random baby with the girl with the hat.
That's me and Chase.
Is it?
No, I still have that's Wendy.
That Wendy?
That's Wendy. Yep.
I should go and judge all your books. Like this is all plate. Look at this.
This is so this was fancy. All my stuff. I just had a designer place the shit. I'm not good at decorating shelves. I shove shit into shelves.
My mom's good like that.
And I said it needs to feel like it's lived in, but also not. There's a book over there though. My mom. Hold on. I have to get this because this is great. This is great.
That don't even look like you, Nicki, and that don't look like Chase.
Well, it was. It was on a freaking rainy. That was at the thing we met at.
No way, really?
Okay, so off the bookshelf, fresh off the bookshelf. I don't know why it was turned around.
Why men love bitches.
Do you think someone turns it around because they didn't want my kids to read bitches? Why men love bitches. You ready? I'm going to open up. Nicole, good luck. May you follow your heart, bitch. Love, Mom.
I love that.
That was after I got broken up with by my college sweetheart. And she said I was way too fucking nice to him.
I worry about that with my son too. She's probably she was worried about you. She wanted you to suit
Man up. And it worked. Ask my ex-husband. Did the book work? It did.
Good. Well, I mean,
actually no. Actually not.
But all right.
So I'm just gonna say this. This is off course. But there's a difference between being a bitch and being a bitch with boundaries.
Yeah.
Boundaries, not my strong point, but I'm getting there.
But also, my husband loves a bitch when I'm just like, and I give him the zing. Like, otherwise, you'd be bored out of your face, I think.
Yeah. So there's both.
Yeah. Nate's used to girls like, oh, Nate Cabral. And I'm like, ew. No.
All right.
You know?
So, yeah, but you fell in love. You saw him. He saw you. You got the kids.
Got the kids. Yeah, I had a midlife crisis. I'm going through a midlife crisis. Well, I'm on the outskirts of it because I'm turning 40.
Oh.
And I'm having a really hard time about that.
Why?
I don't know. I think because then I can't hang out with younger people. And I don't know why I want to hang out with younger people, but I just feel like,
okay.
I don't know.
I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I go to adult parties and I find myself more drawn to the tweens and teens.
Me too.
Than I do the adults. And that's okay. I'm 47, going to be 48 next month. I think you're going to be fine.
I know I'll be fine. I just, for a moment there, I was like going out and partying and
yeah.
I don't know. I just needed, how guys are allowed to do that and they buy cars and stuff. I just needed to rage.
My midlife was kind of like going next level Disney. And then also feeling like I have to justify getting nice things. Like when I got my car, I was almost like, well, I was going to making excuses. It's just stop. You're in this different era in life. You have a different relationship with money. Your kids are growing up.
Embrace
You're
it.
Trying to just hold on to everything. And it's okay sometimes to just let go.
I wanted not to hold on to everything. I wanted to completely give everything away and run away and just.
Okay, so what happened?
I needed I had a little mental thing.
When?
From September to maybe 2 months ago. I was really going through it.
Okay. I'm going to ask you as a friend, what can a good friend do for someone like you who's strong and shows up as happy? I'm asking because I feel like I'm kind of a shitty friend.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm telling you how I feel. Sometimes I feel like I'm a shitty friend. What could I have done for you in that time?
Hey, well, I mean, we don't live in the same state, but hey, what are you doing? Let's go out for a drink. And then when we go out for a drink, be like, hey, you good? Everything good? I see you raging out a little bit on social media. You all right?
I didn't notice that though.
That's good.
Do you reach out to your friends and tell them? Did you
really notice that?
Who did you connect with on that?
I had a really good friend that was going through it with me. I have my girlfriend that I spoke to upstairs. That's my best friend since we're kids.
Okay.
So two of my girlfriends really knew what I was going through.
Yep.
And I felt comfortable where, it's hard for me to open up to people because they can say things. And I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So I had two good friends that helped me through that.
So how do you because this is really important for me, and I feel like I've said things about adult female friendships and it really hits home for a lot of people. We're what are the qualities of a friend at this point in life? You're talking about being 40. What are...
So that's a good question.
How do you be a good friend? I need to step it up.
Be present. And it's not everyday conversation, but maybe once every week or whatever. Hey, what's going on? Saw, Chase had a game. Are you good? Everything okay? Just being there because our lives can separate us and sometimes distance. We're women, so we're automatically going to be well, the hell, they saw me all dressed up, but nobody said like you looked pretty, or you know, like that's why I'm always on top of just giving like a compliment.
Yeah.
Hey, you looked great the other day, or hey,
Yeah.
that was awesome, good job, you know, something like that.
Okay. So just showing them that you see them.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
See, I see you.
I love that because I feel all the things. I just think I'm not great at like delivery. And Melissa's over there. And that's part of like Danielle was laughing because she got here and I said, I hired somebody for the summer. She goes, for fucking what?
Yeah.
But one of the things I said to Melissa when I hired you was like, I need to be a better friend. And it's a matter of like taking the ideas and like delivering on them. So are you a person that remembers to send out a birthday card, a birthday gift, congratulations stuff?
I try to.
Because I am that person. Always my life have been. I think I'm so distracted that then the date passes and then I feel embarrassed and I kind of like shut down.
Yeah, but that's, I mean, as long as you acknowledge at some point.
Still send it late?
Yeah, still send it late. Do it, acknowledge things. But you also, there's a fine line there, right? Because you don't want to be the idiot that's always doing things and not getting it back or not feeling reciprocated in friendships. I've had to learn that too, where I'm like, I'm doing too much.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't do enough. I have friends who say, my friend Jess sends me something just when she thinks of me, a postcard with a picture of us on it. And I'm always like, I want to be this friend.
But I'm sure you show up in different ways.
Well, hopefully.
You're good for that.
Yeah.
You are.
But you know how you're like hard on yourself as a woman. Mm-hmm. So I think the message here is if you are thinking about a friend, tell them.
Right.
And if you feel like you could be a better friend, express like the way your intentions are.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
And this is how I define friendships too, right? If you're not talking to me for a while and I'm like, oh, something's going on with Nicki, and like I get this weird vibe from you, I would be like, what is going on?
Yeah.
What happened? And if you're like, Danielle, you really hurt my feelings, I'd be like, oh my God, I am so sorry. Good friend.
Yeah.
If the other person's like, yo, you're not talking to me anymore? You hurt my feelings. Well, I don't know what I did for you. You need to get over it. Yeah. Bad friend. Run for the hills. When a friend is combative, instead of being like, oh my God, whatever I did, I'm sorry. Bye.
So if I hurt your feelings, would you tell me?
Yeah. I would. I mean, like I would tell you I hurt your feelings. Yeah. But I feel like you would be like, what's going on? Did something happen?
Yeah, but not everybody's like us. So if your feelings were hurt, let's role play a little. My feelings are hurt, but I'm embarrassed to admit that my feelings got hurt. So I hold it in. And then I'm kind of like, I don't know how I feel about that person now. They like, that was.
Then they're not a close friend where you don't care if you lose them or keep them.
I'm talking about, right? Because I said it.
You don't care if you lose them or keep them.
But then you're literally going to eliminate so many people from your life.
Oh yeah, how many people?
Is that fine?
I can count my friends on my one hand. But it's okay to, I mean, for me, I just store it. And I'm like, okay, they made me feel this way. They did this. But then there are some people that I've had in my life where, I mean, this has happened. Has this ever happened to you? Oh my God. Perfect person to ask. You unfollow someone and then they become a psycho bitch. And instead of saying, why did you unfollow me? They attack and they talk about you in the press and they, well, I mean, I'm spewing my life. But
no, that's okay.
Unfollowing
no, that's never happened.
Is like psychotic.
Here's the deal. Here's my thought on unfollowing is if somebody that I knew and liked unfollowed me, I'd be in my head about it. I wouldn't blame them. I'd be like, did I say something that was annoying, or did I start getting annoying, or did I do too much on the single mom topic and they didn't? I would.
Right.
I'd look.
I
my
unfollow
parents
you.
taught me to look in the mirror first.
Okay, I unfollow you. Would you be like, hey, why'd you unfollow me?
With you, totally different than anyone else. I'd be like, bitch, you're not following me.
Right.
And I would know that it was a mistake.
Right. Okay.
But someone else, it just depends on the person.
Yeah.
But no, I've never unfollowed a person and had them like call me out.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, they don't call me out personally. One person
No one's
did.
talking about me in the press.
Okay.
They're talking about you in the press.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit. Is follow and unfollow like war?
If you want to unfollow someone, just mute them.
I have done that now.
Because sometimes I'm like, oh God, I can't. And it's not them. It's just me. I'm triggered sometimes by people's content. And I'm like, I got to just like, I don't want to see this because you're annoying me. Either you're chewing too much on camera.
Yeah. Okay.
You're fucking eating your food and chewing. I don't want to see that.
I can't take it.
That's a me issue. It's my perimenopause.
Ask Nate all about that. I will divorce him over the way he chews.
Right.
It's going to happen.
There's a term for that, the mesothelioma, whatever it's called.
Mesophilia. Oh, yeah, he did say there was a term. He's like, you have this sickness. I could hear him chew from down the block.
If my mom hears someone getting popcorn out of their popcorn thing at the movie, she's like, are you all right? Or the stirring of the coffee. She said, I almost took a man's head off in the cafe because he was talking and he didn't realize he was stirring his coffee. Still, she goes, the fucking cream is stirred. Your sugar's in there. Put the fucking spoon through.
Is she married?
My stepdad, Frank.
Did I ever meet
Since
Frank?
I was 17, they were together.
Is he like your dad or opposite?
Frank is amazing. Amazing.
That's
My
great.
dad's amazing. Two totally different amazings. But I hit the jackpot with men. That's why when I do all my stuff where I'm disappointed about divorce and all that other stuff, it's like I think my expectations of men are so high.
That's great though.
Yeah. My grandpas, my male cousins.
That's great.
High standard men. Great men. So now I'm like, what the hell? What are all these idiots doing? What you see about on social media, I'm like, what are you doing? Idiots.
I don't know if he's in this area, Nikki. I'll be honest with you. I think I struck gold with Nate, but I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what's out there for me. I'm not worried
guy
right
from
now.
Providence. I don't know.
I don't
Go to the Rhode Island, Real Housewives of Rhode Island tapings.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're not there. He's not there. Okay, so we're going to do some Q&A.
All right, go.
Who are you close with from RHONJ? Like real close friends. That's what it said.
Oh, real close friends. Well, okay. I enjoy hanging out with Margaret. We talk business. Rachel, the kids love each other. Melissa's fun. Dolores. That's kind of who I hang with.
Okay. What are the similarities and differences of Jersey girls versus Mass girls?
Oh, you know what? I would say the aesthetic, really, only. I feel like Jersey girls always have to be on point, look a certain way, act a certain way. And Mass girls are just like, we're here to have a good time, don't care about anything else. Let's go. And they're just, some of my best friends live here. So
it's true, right, Jack? It's true.
You know, it's like, it's a show all the time in Jersey.
Yeah. And Mass were like, woo.
Super chill.
Speaking of, you make me want to go like out. Let's go out.
Yeah, or have an event tonight. Would you like to come to that?
Oh, yeah. So she's doing an event tonight. I'm going to go.
You should
I'm going to
come.
bring the kids.
You should.
Yeah.
I think people would love to see you.
Yeah. And I don't want any. It's your night.
Yeah,
I don't
but you
want
have
any.
to.
I'll
if they
give
come
hugs.
up to you, you have to.
Yeah. I say hi and I love you.
Okay.
And then Wendy will be there signing fucking autographs.
Yeah, she will. But can we also go out?
Let's see if my mom will take the kids home.
Well, I can't do it this time, but I mean like
What
range.
bothers you the most about Disney?
Oh. What bothers me the most about Disney? How overpriced everything is. Really. I'm the schmuck that pays it, but it's really not necessary.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I always think that. I'm like, how are most people doing this? Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all you. Are you coming back? Everybody wants to know if you're coming back for another season. Would you still do it again if Jen is still on it?
No. I won't.
You won't go back if she's still on it?
No, because I don't want to work for people that accept people like that on their shows. That means that the people that I work for, I have no respect for, and I don't want to do that.
Okay. I love that answer. Has she always been this a lot in a good way, hype life?
100%. I will show you videos of when I was a kid. I was an absolute lunatic. And now I'm just a lunatic that has a little bit of money that can make it extravagant.
Yeah. We are all still exactly who we were as kids.
Yeah.
That's why when I see my kids, it's just like you are the same at 8 and 10 as who you were when you were infants.
100%.
Right? Mm-hmm. So you're still the same.
Still the same.
Love that. Okay.
I gave birth to me as well.
How's that?
Times a
Does
million.
Does that make it harder to parent her?
It's my karma. It's hard to parent her, but I have Nate. Nate's comes in the clutch.
Yeah. I said to my kids this morning, because sometimes I'm on them a lot in a certain day. It could be where they're like, Mom, and I'm like, there's one of me. And I know that that's not ideal, but I don't have a dad here to bounce things off of. Like, so we're in it together. If one of you gets in trouble, I'm going to take it out on both of you at times. I'm not saying that that's the, parenting expert way, but I talk to them. I don't make myself a victim, but I make us like we're in this together.
Because you are.
We're in this together.
Yep. 100%. Yeah.
So with you see a lot of yourself in her, and then do you see a lot of Nate in him?
Oh, yeah, 100%. They look exactly like Nate, but she is me to a T, and Dominic is Nate, all heart. That boy, God, what he would do. And then Valentina is going to be the leader of a gang someday. I don't know. Or change the world.
Change the world. We'll go with that.
You'll go with that. This is my mother used to say.
But are you harder on her because she's like you?
No, I'm harder on Dominic because the world's cruel and men love bitches. And my son is going to fall in love with a bitch. I know it. So I have to toughen him up because he's so sweet. And he's just going to get taken advantage of.
And how do you let them be who they are?
Sometimes I have to hold myself back from trying to change them because they are who they are. My son will go out, hair messed. I don't care what people have to say about me, Mom. And I'm like, I wish I was like that kid, And then my daughter will be like, oh my God, why am I not as popular as so-and-so? And I'm like, oh shit, that's happening at 8?
Yeah. Yes, it is. 8 is a big age for the girls.
Yeah. You gotta let them be themselves and be okay with it.
Yeah. But you're showing her, I think you walk the walk. A lot of parents want to know what to do with their kids. And I'm like, you live the life that you want them to have. You celebrate things. You thank people. You hold the door for people. Sometimes I'm like, you idiot, with cars in front of me. And then I'm like, I shouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
You idiot. You saw me coming. They're like, Mom, what'd they do? I'm like, they cut me off. But other times I'm like, you go.
You have to show that. I know.
You just show them how to be a good human.
Yep.
They'll follow. Life after Housewives. We talked about that already, but and then the brother stuff.
Okay. Life after Housewives. Beautiful. Great. Doing my thing. Winning silently. And the brother thing, it is what it is.
Teresa. They didn't even put a question. They just fucking put Teresa.
You know what? I honest to God, this woman is in the news all the time, and I say it. I'm like, she does things just to. Nobody does it better than her, if you're gonna ask me. Even though when she's in the news, it's for all the wrong reasons. But that's who she is. Like, she will die a housewife. This is who she is. She'll never branch away from it. She can't at this point. It is her identity to a T. I think she's okay with it. Yeah. I think it's unfortunate because I think it took away who she is as a person because she's been in so long.
Right, because you're in that persona for so long.
Yeah, and she doesn't have the right people around her. She gets taken advantage of, and she lost. There's no human, you're like,
yeah,
it's just sad in a way. But I can't say she raised 4 beautiful girls. They're doing their thing. I don't know, man. I think in that case, the industry messed that one up. The industry got to her. But I wish her the best in whatever she does. And even though God only knows what she did to me behind the scenes, I think we all know what she did to me behind the scenes. But I don't hate her as much as I hate the other one.
Okay. Love that. People are looking for this dirt. They're going to love the dirt.
Yeah, they're going to love the dirt.
They're like, shit.
But listen, don't even talk. I was going to tell you, don't talk shit because that one's got fans that are so evil. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, no, I would be scared to be on I would be scared to have anything to do with it.
It's dark.
Best. Do you have like a go-to? All right. It's the last one's about food, which I think is great.
Okay.
Do you have are you a good cook?
Yeah, I like cooking.
All right. What's all right. Maybe not cooking because I feel like it's not as fun. What's your favorite meal? Favorite place? I don't know. Something. Do you have a favorite place and a favorite meal where you're like, oh?
Well, I have 2.
Okay.
The one that we get multiple times a week is Rostoni's. It's a pizzeria. I get a chicken cutlet Parmesan hero with extra mozzarella, toasted. You guys call it hoagies out here? You don't call it heroes.
Not heroes. It's either a grinder.
Well, this is not a grind is cold
Sub
cuts.
or
Sub,
grinder.
right? This
Yeah.
is Italian bread, the chicken cutlet parmesan, extra mutts oozing everywhere with their house salad. Or I will get Outback takeout cheese fries with ranch dressing. That's my favorite.
Outback cheese fries with ranch dressing. I haven't been to the Outback in a long time. I love a good baked potato. A good baked potato.
Oh, potato. I was like, banana. What the
A
hell is
baked
that?
potato.
Baked potato.
You have to have baked potatoes.
Yeah, it's
They're
very
salty.
good.
You just eat the whole thing, skin and all.
Mm-hmm. Take a gummy, order Outback, and I'm good to go.
I don't do the gummies. I did. We have a whole episode on that. I took a gummy once.
Oh, God.
Went to Home Goods. I didn't have my kids, so I was like, I'm just going to take a leisurely day. A woman comes up to me. I'm looking at rugs, and I'm just stuck looking at rugs. And I'm like, what am I doing here? I got to go. Woman comes up to me. She goes, I just have to tell you, your single mom content has gotten me through so much. Her son's sitting in the fucking thing. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, thank you.
Oh, my God.
I had to leave. I said, this woman's going to think I'm a mess.
Wow, she was different in person.
Yeah, no, I was like this.
Maybe we should
Just
do that.
staring
Maybe
at-
we should take gummies and go look for guys.
I think I'm a little bit of a control freak because even when I drink, I still stay. I don't like losing.
Well, the problem with the gummy is you don't know when it's going to hit. So you take it and you're like, oh, God.
But I don't
when's it
like
gonna
that
happen?
feeling. I don't like that feeling. I don't.
Well, maybe if you smoke, it'll hit you slowly. Gummy hits you at 1,000 miles per hour.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, Danielle, where can we find you to continue this conversation and journey?
Okay, so I guess Instagram, it's the best. Danielle Cabral official. And maybe on TV again soon, hopefully.
Yes. All right. We love you. Thank you.
I love
can't wait
you.
We're going to hang out tonight.
Yeah, we'll
take some B-roll, and I'm going to make a vlog of behind the scenes so you could not only listen and watch this podcast, subscribe, and go over to see the vlog.
Wait, did you just say subscribe?
I did. Hit that bell button.
Smash that like button, everybody.
There you go.
Smash it.
In a tab. Love you.
Bye.